1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. And you are not saving your special needs child. All right, we can go off the record. You're going to have to get your life in order. If you don't, your life is going to continue to spiral out of control. So you're an adult. Your son is not an adult. Your son is 100% dependent upon you, and you're just doing foolish things. The court is going to find you guilty.
All right, folks, today we're diving into a heated courtroom moment with Judge Boyd, and she is not pulling any punches. This case is about a mother, though that might be a generous term, who left her special needs child in a car, has 2 active My Cheap-Ass Meth Baby B CPS cases, and still won't let go of the drugs. At what point do you take responsibility seriously? How do you keep making these choices and still expect people to feel sorry for you? And get this, she's already been given 36 chances in court. Yes, you heard that right. So as you watch, let me know. Did Judge Boyd go tough enough on her? Or do you think she deserved even more? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Now, let's get into it and see some real justice in action.
Hello.
Hi, Emily.
Oh, could I have a file stamp for this case? For the state? Defense?
Michael DeLeon for Ms. Hernandez.
And are you Ms. Hernandez?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
And counsel, I know you were recently appointed to represent Ms. Hernandez. Are you waiving your time?
We are waiving any type of preparation period, Your Honor. I believe we have come to a resolution.
All right. Are you the same Victoria Irene Hernandez who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2020 CR 8599 for the offense of abandoning a child with intent to return on January 4th, 2021 for a period of 3 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. State.
Yes, Your Honor, violating condition number 13, on or about the 23rd day of April 2024, in Bear County, Texas, defendant Victoria Irene Hernandez did then and there operate a motor vehicle without a valid Texas driver's license in violation of condition number 13.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Under waiver the remaining violating conditions.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 13, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine? Is there a proposed agreement?
So there's not.
All right. State, what are you requesting?
State's requesting revocation.
Defense, what are you requesting?
Your Honor, probation had made a recommendation to extend for 1 year, place Ms. Hernandez in a DDRF, followed by mixed supervision and a parenting class. And as the court could see, she was in felony drug court. DDRF was held in abeyance last time as an option, and she is motivated to go to DDRF, be successful in it. Apparently the wait is only 3 to 6 weeks, and that's what we're asking the court to do.
Leaving a child alone in a car for any length of time, whether you meant to come right back or not, should come with serious jail time. Let's be real, this isn't just a minor slip-up. It's outright reckless and dangerous, depending on the state. And no, this isn't Texas. Charges like child neglect or endangerment can lead to years behind bars. And before anyone says, but I was only gone for a minute, that's all it takes. A car can overheat, a stranger can break in, or a child can wander into traffic in the blink of an eye. There's just no excuse for this kind of irresponsibility.
All right. Ms. Hernandez, I don't think you're a good candidate for probation. And let me just tell you why. Felony drug court is an intensive form of probation. I know that. But from reviewing the court summary at the sanctions that they gave you over there, and let me just tell you how many sanctions they gave you, which means this is how many chances they gave you. You understand? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. That's what you're coming to this court with. 36 times felony drug court was seeking to work with you. So you see where my mindset is? And do you understand why?
Yes, Your Honor.
And so I placed you on probation here Well, it was heard on March 9th, 2022. And that's when you were sent to felony drug court. So I don't think you're a good candidate for probation.
Judge, if I could,
Yes.
one thing for Ms. Hernandez, the good thing about felony drug court for her was that it is our belief that it has worked. She has been clean since September, and if she was tested today, she's going to come up negative.
Mhm.
So, it's not like she totally, yeah, there's several things that she did do correctly in felony drug court. There are a number of things, obviously, as the court has seen, that weren't done correctly, but she's made a lot of her appointments, and she has ended up clean, which is the point of felony drug court.
I just don't think you're a good candidate. I mean, felony drug court, I mean, there are major issues, but instead they are still trying to work with you. And they tried to work with you a lot. Here's the thing. I know a lot of people want to stay on probation. They do. Like, nobody wants to go to prison. I don't take any joy in sending the people to prison. And everybody that I send to prison, or everybody I place on probation, I actually do remember them. Even as a defense attorney, I had some clients who ended up in prison. Guess what? I still remember them and wondering how they're doing, and hopefully they've changed their life. And it'll be the same with you. I just don't think you're a good candidate for probation. I think we tried.
Judge Boyd gave this woman every opportunity to do the right thing, but she let down both her child and the court 36 times. Seriously, how do you even mess up that much? At that point, it's not just bad luck, it's a commitment to making terrible choices. Let's be real, probation is a second chance, and she blew it every single time, even if she suddenly turned. Her life around, she was sanctioned 36 times. That's not a minor mistake. That's proof she never took it seriously. You'd think at some point she'd say, I need to do this for my kid. I need to stay out of trouble. But nope, she kept making the same bad choices over and over. So what's the judge supposed to do now? Give her a 37th chance? No way. I can only imagine what's running through Judge Boyd's mind right now. And honestly, whatever punishment comes next, I don't blame her one bit. What do you guys think? Drop your predictions in the comments, and let's get back to Judge Boyd's ruling.
And
So,
And Judge, the only other thing is she's never been given a felony conviction before. That's why she wants to stay on defer. She's motivated for it, and that's why she was hoping that the probation's recommendation would be followed.
all right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to find 13 true. I'm going to revoke, find you guilty.
Anybody else? How about before all the past few years?
Judge,
Yes.
So I was going back and forth with the drug court personnel in this case, and there is some concern if she is given a sentence JSAT.
Oh, it's not going to be JSAT.
Okay. Okay.
All right. And what was the concern though? Now you've piqued everyone's interest.
Judge, they feel that a JSAT sentence is not the reason why she was kicked out of drug court and so forth. They just don't think JSAT would be appropriate. And some other concerns in regards to her child. So if she was given, from my understanding, there is a CPS open case for neglect and possible abuse. Not on me, on the father.
Okay.
There's an open case.
And state you're asking for revocation?
So we are not opposed to revocation, but we are not with JSAT.
Okay.
Judge, if
I mean, what I can tell you, I wasn't going to give her judgment satisfied. I just, let me just tell you what my thought processes were.
yes,
My thought process in reading everything was I saw that there's a child involved, right? This case involves a child, and it's abandoned with intent to return. So I understand, and I understand that child, they're telling the report is special needs,
yes.
but she's making horrible choices.
So DDRF only lasts for long, probation only lasts for long. If we help her continue, she has a possibility of, one more chance. And the court has given plenty of chances before, but if she's given one more chance, there's a possibility that one day she's going to be still with this child, and that child needs a stable parent, and DDRF will help in that potentially.
And you are not saving your special needs child. So where is the child now?
He is with his father at the moment. The CPS case is on the father and the current girlfriend. And
So let me get this straight, and correct me if I'm wrong. So you are saying that there's allegations of abuse, and those allegations are abuse against the father who he's with?
yes, Your Honor. And the case has been open for about they opened one CPS case, my court did, because of the what they had found in my phone. And then the caseworker got in touch with
What did they
the
find?
father.
Wait, raise your right hand for me, please. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
So help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right,
So
state your name.
Victoria Hernandez.
What did they find in your phone?
So later on, they said that it was because the autism doctor recommended that they lock the door at night. But I thought they were just locking my son in the room all day. And so that's what drug court found on my phone when they were going through our messages, was me getting mad at the dad about locking my son in the room. And so they called CPS for neglect. And then the dad got another CPS case because I believe the school called CPS for neglect as well.
All right, any objection to somebody from drug court zooming in?
Objection.
No objection.
All right, just have a seat. Drug court is going to zoom in so we can get to the bottom of what's going on.
Yar busted. Gotta love how at the start of this hearing, her attorney confidently claimed she stayed clean throughout felony drug court. Seriously? You said that with a straight face. And now, shocker, we find out she lied. Not just about that, but about the CPS case too. That's wild because, let's be real, courts don't just invent things for fun. If CPS got involved, there was a reason. And now we're finding out she also had a role in abusing her own child? That's a whole different level of shady courts, especially Judge Boyd, take child abuse extremely seriously. We're talking felony charges, possible prison time, and permanent loss of custody. Yet she had the audacity to act like a victim, as if she was just some innocent bystander. The math is not mathing here. Was this just a terrible legal strategy, or did she actually think she and her attorney could lie their way out of this?
Hi, Judge. How you doing today?
All right, how are you doing?
I'm great.
I miss you guys.
We miss you too.
Okay. All right, Ms. Hernandez, if you'll come down. We're back on the record in 2020 CR 8599, State versus Victoria Hernandez. All right, so we have Officer Garcia by Zoom. Any objections to her being by Zoom? Defense?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, and the state has already stated that they do not have any objections. Officer Garcia, could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand. Do you waive any confidentiality that Ms. Garcia has as it relates to your time in felony drug court?
Mhm.
You didn't want her talking about.
Oh, no. I don't mind.
All right, so you're giving up that right.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Any objection to her testifying in the narrative?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Officer Garcia, because I was inclined to sentence her to the Bexar County Jail under 1244 to 1 year. Can you tell us how she was doing? What have been the issues with her in the drug court, and what would be your recommendation for her?
As you saw in the court summary, we did work with her extensively. Every time there was a violation, we used progressive sanctions. We did have DDRF in abeyance, back on 9/20/2023. Instead of that, we went ahead and gave her the chance to do Alpha Home, which she did complete. However, she went right back to her old criminal thinking. People, places, the basics that we teach in felony drug court, kind of intertwined the two. And that is the only reason why we found out is like it fell into our lap. It wasn't something that we were looking for. And we had concerns, again, because of her special needs child. We do have another case against her in CPS. So the CPS case, there is one pending for the father of her child, and we do also have one for herself.
All right. Do you know, with regards to the case for herself, what is that about?
Because of what was found on her phone.
So what was found on her phone has absolutely nothing to do with the child's biological father?
It's actually both of them are involved. But again, he was the only one that the case had. The first CPS case is only on him. So when we found the information that included both of them, a CPS case was filed against her as well.
So what was on her phone? Did it have to do with, I don't want to get into too much, but what was on her phone? Did it have to do with her as it relates to her and her child?
Yes. Concerning for her to be around her child. Absolutely.
Okay.
And then considering her case that she's on as well. So with that being said, we have seen often that we work with the individuals and there wasn't really enough progress, and we don't feel comfortable with probation doesn't like to recommend revocation. But we have seen in drug court that a lot of our participants are getting credit for time served. So we didn't want her to just, get a JSAT and be done, because then there's no problems that are fixed. And then we have the concern for the son. So that is very concerning. If I could recommend revocation without the JSAT, I would. And I would like to. That's what I would like to happen.
All right. Do you have any questions?
I do, Judge.
All right.
Officer Garcia,
Yes, sir.
throughout her time throughout felony drug court, she tested negative on multiple occasions, correct?
She did. However, she also tested positive.
I've got to say, 2 years seems pretty fair here. When you rack up 136 sanctions in felony drug court, there's just no avoiding jail time. At that point, it's like she was speeding her way to a sentence. And honestly, it's just sad, because if she truly cared about her child, she would, might have made better choices and actually stepped up as a parent. I feel awful for this kid. He never even had a real chance at a stable life with parents like this. And while I'd love to believe the father might step in and turn things around, let's be honest, that's probably not happening unless CPS really steps in. What's even more concerning? At the time of this hearing, the child was with his father, the Mau Samrost father, who also has an open CPS case. How does that even happen? I won't jump to conclusions since we don't have all the details, but something about that just doesn't sit right. Either way, Judge Boyd handled this case perfectly. The defendant tried to lie her way out, but the judge wasn't having it. She called out every single inconsistency and made sure justice was served. What do you think? Did Judge Boyd get this one right, or should things have played out differently? Drop your thoughts in the comments. That's a wrap for this one. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Your support means a lot. I post my Tumblr daily mob, so stay tuned. And if there's a court case you'd like me to cover, let me know in the comments. Thanks again for watching. I love hearing your thoughts. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.